My mother is a fraud, a narcissist, and an abuser. And I have been in no contact with her, as in zero contact, for 10 years now. Story time. So let's start off with the fact that my mother, when I was maybe about 3 years old, 3 or 4, divorced my father and left him for her sister's husband. So my sister was also my cousin, and my stepfather was also my uncle. I had a twin brother who passed away when we were 2.5 years old. And he passed away due to medical negligence. And my mother won a $250,000 settlement. As soon as she received the money is when she divorced my father and left him for my uncle. And she packed us up and moved us to South Florida into this big ass house. So now I'm living with my mother, my uncle, stepdad, my cousin, stepsister, my brother, and my 2 half brothers who my mother smuggled in from Jamaica in their teenage years. Now, my mother's Jamaican. If you know, you know. But she was also nuttier than squirrel shit. My mother had convinced herself that my sister, who's also my cousin, wanted to have relations with her father. So let me clarify. My mother had convinced herself that my sister, my stepsister, wanted to have sex with her own father. And because of that, she treated her like shit and used to beat her bloody every chance she got. The craziest thing is, of all of my siblings, I'm the only one that didn't run away. And there is so much more that happened, like so much more. Let me know if you want a part 2.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just.
My mother would do things like buy food, put it in the house, and then forbid us from eating it. And it really made no sense. I remember one time when she had bought some crybabies. Y'all remember crybabies, the little sour gum candies that you could get at like the ice cream truck and shit like that? She had bought some crybabies, and we weren't allowed to eat them unless she said that we could, which was very few and far between. So I remember one time we were coming home from church. We were in church basically 24/7. My mother was a Seventh-day Adventist. So we were always in church, and we were coming home from church, and I guess she looked at her purse, and her last candy was gone. And she goes, "Who ate my last candy?" And remember, there were 5 of us, so we were all in the car like, nobody ate your candy. So she spends the whole car ride basically grilling us. And at this point, we're like pleading with each other. Like, if you ate the candy, please say something. Because my mother was the type of person that if one of us did something and didn't fess up to it, all of us got our ass whooped. All of us. So we're like, yo, if you ate the candy, please say something. All of us are in the car like, no, we didn't eat this candy, we didn't eat this candy, we didn't eat this candy. So we got home, and my mother pulls out a Bible. And she makes us put our hands on the Bible and swear to God that we didn't eat this candy. Mind you, it is a piece of gum. Be clear, a piece of gum. So after she makes us all put our hands on the Bible and swear that we didn't eat this candy, she's still not satisfied. She's convinced that not only now are we lying to her, but we are lying to Jesus. And that just pisses her off even more. So she literally lines us all up. And be clear, my mother had a specific belt that she used to beat us with. It was a thick, black, heavy belt, and it had these ridges in it. She lines us up, and from oldest to youngest, I was the youngest, by the way, she beat us all. Like, beat us. Reciting Bible verses, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not lie. All of this, it was insane. And as the youngest, I'm sitting in there like bawling my eyes out, like heart beating out of my chest, shaking in complete and total fear. She gets to me, she whoops my ass. I'm gagging because like I know I didn't eat this candy. And I guess her tactic was, you know, if she did it in a line, eventually one of us would fess up. But this time nobody fessed up. So anyway, everybody gets their ass beat. We all go our respective ways and go about the night. So at some point, I was in my mother's room with her and her ex-husband. And I was like playing. I was like sitting on the floor playing or something like that. And I remember her going, oh, you know what? I ate that candy earlier. And they both laughed. Like they had a good, hearty belly laugh about it. I was the only person that knew. I think to this day, I'm the only person that knew that she was actually the one that ate that candy because she never apologized to any of us. I still have the scar on the back of my leg from where she beat us that night and I bled. Let me know if you want a part 3.
Now that is the true meaning of Uncle Daddy, because what in the actual heck was the story? First of all, your mom is she's trifling as hell, because what do you mean you married your sister's husband? I can never understand how people can do that, because just knowing that your sister, never mind. You know what? Just knowing that this person was with your sister, intimately was dealing with your sister, I could never, not even a friend, because to me that's just crazy. All these men in the world and you chose this one. All these men, thirsty men in the world, and you chose this one. That's crazy. So now your kids, because they know, you know what I mean? Like parents do stuff. A lot of parents, not all, a lot of parents do things and not have their children in mind. Like, do you think they're just ghosts in your house? Like, they don't have any say-so? Okay, imagine you growing up with this person, right? And you know this is your auntie's husband, right? Yeah, that's your sister's hair. Oh, my hair is in my mouth. That's so weird. It tastes weird. I felt like somebody was touching my lips. Anyways, you basically know this man to be your uncle technically, right? Because he's with your auntie and the father of your your cousins. And all of a sudden now you're being forced to call him dad. I mean, I wouldn't call him dad, first of all, right? But you had no say-so in none of this. Okay, I know the whole story's not about this, but your mom, and then what's the point of buying groceries and then force the kids not to eat it? Like they cannot eat it. That's torture. That's child abuse. Because why have it here if we can't eat it? Okay? Like that is crazy. And oh my God. Wow. I mean, clearly I'm not a mom. I've said that before. I don't have any children. But for those who have children, and even if I don't have any children, I was once a child, you know? So I know that the kids feel like this is wrong. Like, why would you have the food in the house and they cannot eat it? And then the whole mess over some candy, lady, really? Yo, I swear, like, what? If you're a parent, let me know in the comment section, like, would you do that to your kids? That's crazy. Because if you don't want them to eat the food, just don't buy it. Just don't buy it. Because guess what? My little sister, right? Now, this is kind of, okay, so my little sister used to eat a lot, okay? In a Haitian household, Haitians are harsh. So, this is crazy. So, they would be like, if you're getting it, they'd be like, oh, fat. You very fat. You need to lose weight. They don't care. Yeah, so we all go through this phase where, you know, you gain weight because you don't care. You're just being a child, just eating because the food is there, right? And I was at that age. It was like right before high school, before you start really liking boys and really having feelings. Anyway, so she would drink a lot, not necessarily like, not alcohol, but she would drink juice a lot. She would not drink water, and mom would say, oh, you're so fat, you don't drink water, this is why you don't eat good and you don't drink water, you eat too much, you need to lose weight. Okay, so this is like, and it's not like she was like being mean to her, it's just how the delivery, you know, and it's like a Haitian thing. It's just like, you be some Haitians went back in Haiti at least. If you're bigger, it's like, it's a good thing. You know, because that means you can eat, you got food, you're able to eat, you know, your family is doing well. But over here, they're just like that. My mom is, you know, she delivered it very harsh, so I had to tell her, you need to. So I basically told her, like, once you get to high school, once you start having feelings for boys and boys starting to like her way is just going to be what it's supposed to be. You know, she's going to watch what she eat and all that. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened, because that's exactly what I did. You know, so I'm like, yeah. But then she ended up just not buying juice in the house at all, because she really wanted her to drink water. She wanted her to, you know, be more hydrated, because she wasn't drinking any water. So therefore, like, she just all of us had to suffer. Okay. Although, like, that's why, this is why till this day we don't buy juice. Like, you won't find juice can or juice bottles in my refrigerator, because it just, I didn't grow up on drinking juice. But I wouldn't buy stuff in the house knowing that my kid wanted, put in the house, and then tell them not to drink it. That's torture. I don't know why people would do that. That's what? And maybe once, you know, I have kids, I won't know how I'd feel about that. Like, if I would do that. But to me, that would be torture, because I wouldn't even do that to myself. You know, I wouldn't do that to myself. And for someone like parents, especially mom, who's supposed to have that maternal instinct, you know, question you, like, what causes a person or a mom to just not have the loving feeling, the maternal feeling for their children, to do something like that, you know? Like, I'm just stuck on that. Like, go follow him on TikTok, guys, because he's interesting. He really is. I believe he used to be a woman. He changed now into a man, and he has children. He has beautiful eyes, I like the story. Thank you. And you know what else also gets me? It's always the church going, very Christian ladies who are doing those, well, not all, obviously, right? But majority of the time when those people are being described like that, they're like Jesus craze, Jesus freak kind of people. And it's great to have a belief in something, to believe something higher than you. It's amazing. But if you're following this book of rules that are there for you to follow in order to really believe in this higher power, and this higher power is the one that create those said children that you have, you know, because that's what was told. The higher power created these children, blessed you with those souls, and then you turn around and treat them like that. Meanwhile, every Sunday you go to church and you go to pray to the higher power for something. Or if it was me, knowing me and my big mouth, I probably would have asked her, what would God say about you doing all those things? And I would have waited until a good Sunday after church. Right after church, when the service was great and she was catching the Holy Ghost, right? Now, I don't know if I was in that position, if I would be able to really build up the courage, because a lot of kids really don't know, or don't know how to face their parents a lot of time and just tell them, like, look, what you're doing is hurting me. Because I was once like that, you know what I mean? I just felt like I couldn't really express myself to the people that I love that were doing things that I didn't like. But now, I don't give a shit, because look, people will do things to you and then close their two eyes and go to sleep at night, perfectly fine, sleep all night. Meanwhile, you're thinking about this. If it was me, knowing me and my big mouth, I probably would have asked her, what would God say about you doing all those things? And I would wait until a good Sunday after church. Right after church, when the service was great and she was catching the Holy Ghost, right? Now, I don't know if I was in that position, if I would be able to really build up the courage, because a lot of kids really don't know how to face their parents a lot of time and just tell them, like, look, what you're doing is hurting me. Because I was once like that. You know what I mean? I just felt like I couldn't really express myself to the people that I love that were doing things that I didn't like. But now, I don't give a shit, because look, people will do things to you and then close their two eyes and go to sleep at night perfectly fine, sleep all night. Meanwhile, you're thinking about this